to wrestle with God. Genesis chapter 32 verses 27 to 28 tells us, "So he said to me, 'What is your name?' He said, 'Jacob.' And he said, 'Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed.'" What does it mean to wrestle with God? For a little context, Jacob, if you don't know who Jacob is, he is the son of Isaac, and Isaac is the son of Abraham. And in this chapter, we see Jacob literally wrestle God. Before this, we see Jacob in real fear because he is about to face 400 plus soldiers and his brother who is trying to kill him, Esau. Jacob seeks the Lord out of fear and what may happen to him and his family, and after he sought the Lord, he's now looking for a blessing of kind of reassurance and confirmation that God's covenant, God's promise will remain faithful towards him and his family. Then all of a sudden, Jacob starts to wrestle this person that he doesn't even know. But we know this person to be God, but Jacob does not know that. So he's wrestling this person not out of the blessing that God has, but because this person could be a potential threat, and he's trying to defend himself and also his family. But we can take a look at Jacob's character before this situation, and we see how deceptive, how deceitful, how greedy Jacob was. But here we see a change in Jacob. We see someone who's not trying to be deceptive and not trying to cut corners or cheat out, but a person who is persistent and not wanting to give up. Even during his wrestling match with God, he did not try to play any dirty tricks. Instead, he tried to hold his own and not give up, even knowing that he lost, and he got injured for it. But even when Jacob lost, God still blessed him and renamed him and gave him a new identity called Israel, which means to struggle with God and with man and have prevailed. Yes, Jacob prevailed, but he didn't overcome God. And God did not bless Jacob because of his physical strength or because he wrestled well. Jacob did not wrestle God for his blessing because, like I said earlier, he didn't even know it was God. The victory that God hands to us is not our victory, but Jacob blessed God because of his change of heart. A complete 180 from his character earlier in this book, where we see Jacob literally stealing blessings from his brother. Jacob did not wrestle because of his greediness or his selfishness. He wrestled from his change of heart. Jacob's character development, Jacob's change of heart is why he was blessed and renamed and was given a new identity. He's no longer Jacob, supplanted deceiver, but now he's Israel. God's fight, God's victory over God's favor. I mean, Jacob was a complete sinner. He tricked his uncle, tricked his father, tricked his brother. He got drunk and slept with the wrong girl. God's whole test was to see if Jacob changed, if his heart posture changed. And because it did, because Jacob's heart posture changed and he wasn't this deceiver, he wasn't this selfish, greedy person anymore, but actually had best interest and had good heart posture, God had blessed him. And in later chapters, we see Jacob keep his covenant that he made with God. I know I yapped for like 3 minutes, but I think there's an important lesson here. We ourselves need to have that same heart posture that Jacob had. Are we selfish? Are we greedy? Are we just chasing blessings? Or are we chasing God? Are we going to God? Are we asking God? Are we connecting with God? God's test for Jacob at the end of the day was not to see if he was just this physically strong person. No, it was to see if his heart changed. To see if he was the same person that was deceiving people, that was selfish towards others and his family. Or was he something different? Was he something greater? Did he strive for something greater? And it is with that change of heart that Jacob had is when God handed him victory, is when God was able to bless Jacob, give him a new name, and bless him with a new identity. And if you're struggling in certain situations like Jacob, I suggest to you, ask God to change your heart, to help you have a change of heart. Because how can God bless us with certain things if we don't have that change of heart? If we are still stuck on certain things of the past, certain desires, certain selfish ambitions? Of course, God can bless us any way he wants to. But you hold yourself back when you when you hold on to the traits that can make you selfish, that can make you greedy, like Jacob beforehand. Traits that can make you a deceiver. Of course, Jacob is not like this perfect person. He made a lot of mistakes and even more in the future. However, we do know that Jacob became a man. Jacob became a man that was able to keep promises and not be deceitful, but instead be able to defend not only for himself, but also for others. That transformation, that change of heart can only happen through God and through God alone. Amen, my friends. Thank you all so much for having today's journey with the Lord Jesus Christ. I know today was a little bit long, but that's okay. You got 5 minutes. God bless the righteous.